Welcome back, everybody, in another Find Love or Die try. I think we've all been there, the sitter did the title, but yeah. Before we go jump in and do our dates, please subscribe, like, comment, share to friends and loved ones. Going back to the game, there's a young girl, Nera, who was I read this. I think I remember the far, far away thing that I did in the outro. Unlike the other princess before her, she had no time for politicking or parties. She spent all her time building all sorts of gadgets for her family and her friends, like a robot dog that would eat the vegetables they didn't want to eat. Ooh, I gotta try my hand at this sometime. Scarlett giggled like a child. Nera has a blissfully happy childhood. She even falls in love with a commoner named Aloria. Though her kingdom would never approve of their relationship, Nera and Aloria never fail to see each other in secret, every night by the crooked trees in the western forest. But those days don't last. One day her mother, the queen, is taken by a witch, never to be seen again. And Nera is forced to become queen at the age of 16. In her mother's absence, Nera does her best to lead the kingdom, and for years it prospers. She's like no other leader they've had before. But secretly, she wants to leave. As queen, she has no more time for the things or people that she loved with all her heart. She cries every night alone. But she knows she can't. Too much responsibility falls on her. Then one day, Nera is cursed by the same witch that took her mother and forgets everything. Her name, her family, her kingdom. Everything except for Aloria and the desire to leave. And so she leaves and no one in the village ever sees her again. I won't bore you with the rest of the story, but thanks for listening till now. Oh come on, believe me Scarlett, I want to hear this to the end. Especially because I like it so much. I looked deep in her eyes, and I could tell just how much she loved this story. Well, there's really not much left, but... Well, Nera and Aloria live a wonderful life in a neighboring kingdom for many years. But one day she remembers everything and rushes home worrying for her people. When she gets there, she sees her people have been ruled by the very same witch who took her memory, and that her people no longer prosper the same or the way they did under her rule. In anger, Nera confronts the witch on the border of Averanda. The witch takes off her cowl, revealing herself to be Nera's mother, the Lost Queen. Nera's mother gives an ultimatum. She can return to ruling the kingdom, but she can never leave again, or she can leave now and never come back. That's where the story ends. You never get to know what choice Nera makes. I was about to like randomly blurt out, well, wow, what a bum cliffhanger. But it's in the game, that's quite a cliffhanger. I want to know what happens next. Believe me, too. Believe me too. Oh my goodness, it's just the greater responsibility. The problem here is, you would think that her mother wants all the power, right? She would actually rule better since she's a little bit older. Nope. Damn. We can't, man. We can't. The blood is on our hands. Literally. Because she's our mother. Or the witch or queen, whatever. I think I'd stay. Why is that? I mean, I can't just let my people suffer like that. But I would never let Aloria go. I'd find a way to make it work. You're a real romantic, aren't you? I've loved this story ever since I lost my memories. I'm sure I don't have a kingdom or anything, but sometimes you wonder. And you wonder where I am, Yeah, I get the same feeling too. That's just life, You just have to keep moving forward. That's why I like Berserk, man. Literally, the guy's name is Guts. It takes a lot of guts to live the way he lives, For the sake of living, he pushes on. Yeah, you're right. I'm really happy that you're the one I get to move forward with, AskLeepy. Me too, Scarlett. There's no one else I'd rather be with, right here, right now. And speaking of right now, there's somewhere I want to bring you. Where's that? I'll give you a hint. I've been thinking about this place ever since you mentioned that you love fairy tales. Oh my gosh, there's turtles down here, turtles! She was practically dancing around the room taking in all the sights. It was impossible not to smile. I figured the Ocean Palace just might be your thing. Scarlett practically jumped onto me and squeezed the life out of me in a deathly bear hug. This is wonderful, AskLeepy. Thank you so much. You made everything so special in ways I honestly couldn't believe, but you did it. And this is just the beginning, Scarlett. We're in this together. I held Scarlett and kissed her on the lips. It was like an explosion of passion had set me on fire as she kissed me back and wrapped her arms around me. Always. We spent the rest of the night enjoying a lovely dinner in a place straight out of a fairy tale, with nothing but love in our hearts and laughter and smiles on our faces. I can't wait to leave this island with you, AskLeepy. I've never been this excited, this happy, since ever. It made me feel like I'm living in a fairy tale. You know, I've got an idea of how we could spend tonight, if you're interested. Ooh, and what's that? I'll show you why fairy tales were written by adults. Ooh. Ooh. After my date with Scarlett, I waited around outside till the time I'd expect to see Kat, but she never showed up. I guess she already has enough footage for today. Might as well try to find her. No one's here. Looks like the snacks from before are gone too. Not here either. Ah. Kat was at the table writing something down at a frantic pace with one hand against her head. Hey Kat, what's up? Oh hey AskLeepy, I didn't see you there. How are you doing? That depends on what you're ominously writing. You look just like someone who just realized that I was, dead meat. Oh, this? Don't worry about it. Somebody's dead meat, but it's not you. Yay? I'm just kidding. I'm just fixing up some of the balance sheets Stu was working on. Being an accountant was never reading the cards for them despite what they say. Sit down, I'll be stuck here a while anyway. Sure, sounds good. I sat next to Kat at the table. So how's today's date with Scarlett go? Pretty awesome, pretty spicy. My connection with Scarlett's one of a kind, and there's no one I'd rather have besides me than her. Being married to her would be like a dream come true. Well, aren't you a romantic AskLeepy? But I'm happy to hear that. If it's you two, I'm sure that whatever you two face out there, it'll be fine as long as you stick together. And if you stop turning people into zombies. Yeah, that's a conversation we have to have. Don't forget that in the prenup. Anyway, you've done great till now. I don't know if what you've said to each of the girls really is true, but don't stop now. We just have to get through one more day and you'll be able to finally leave this place. You'll tell me what my old life was like? Of course. I mean, if I didn't, where would you even go? Fair point. You look, you've got something in your mind. I'm just thinking about tomorrow. You've been getting the best ratings I've ever seen. I just hope it's enough. The rating requirements for the last date and the last day are the highest. I'm sure it's going to be fine. Don't worry. I made it this far. Nothing's going to stop me from making it to the end. I hope so. For your sake, AskLeepy. So when I'm out of here, what are you going to do? Are you going to move on to the next killer dating show? I didn't know you were my career coach. You want to know my 5-year plan too? I get the feeling that 5 years from now you'd rather not be here. There is no plan. I'm just taking it one day at a time. That's really all anyone can do in the crazy world. Anyway, gotta get back to work. Good luck, AskLeepy. You'll need it. Thanks, Kat. I'll see you later. Night. Tomorrow's going to be the last date. I'll need all the rest I can get. Guess I'll call it a night. The performance is coming to a close. The actors and actresses coming out one by one, ready to take their bows. I would clap, but I'm waiting for you and only you. After talking with Kat last night, I asked Scarlett to join me for one more midnight walk. We ended up talking for hours. Morning, Scarlett. Oh, you're awake. Hi there, AskLeepy. She was clearly half asleep. I want to invent something that puts this moment into a bottle forever. It's like a song, man. Like, if I could put time in a bottle, dun, 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 then I'd repurpose a factory, mass produce it. Nyah, I love you. She dozed off as she embraced me in her arms and held me tight. We must have stayed there together for over an hour, but I wish it didn't pass by so fast. I'm so happy, you know. Why is that? No matter how the show ends, we won't be alone. What more could I ask for? I was terrified before, but now I know everything will be alright. Couldn't say it better myself, Scarlett. Anyway, Kat wants you to go on a date with someone else by now, right? Yeah, sorry about that. Don't worry about it. I've got an invention to deal with them later. Sorry, what was that? Oh, nothing. See you later, AskLeepy. Alright, you're running out of time, Kit Kat. It's going to be fine, just watch. Good morning, Kat. Morning, AskLeepy. How'd you sleep? Pretty well, thanks. You bet you did. That bed is worth more than your life. Ah, that reminds me. Why can't the staff have the same kind of bed that AskLeepy has? Do I look like I'm made of money? We literally own this island. If I give the staff beds, the next thing they'd ask for is minimum wage. No thanks. Wow, truly evil, man. He walked away. So how about that 5-year plan, huh? Maybe the brothers were into something with this whole accounting thing. Anyway, it's time for your last date with your last soulmate candidate, Violet. Sorry, I had to crack my back. Ooh. You ready? It's time to make or break. I'm ready as I'll ever be, Cat. Then without further ado, lights, camera, don't get yourself killed. Action. Found Violet in the same place I met her. She was taking out a fresh batch of cookies from the oven. Morning, Violet. I stood next to her and grabbed one of the cookies in one smooth motion. Ow, hot. I flung the cookie into my mouth anyway. Worth the pain. Damn, that was delicious. Wait a minute, you silly goose. You never fail to make me laugh, AskLeepy. I quite admire that. I did a mocking bow with my arms behind my back and put on my best fancy accent. The pleasure's all mine, my lady. Stop you. I wolfed down another cookie? Hell yeah. You do know those are for sharing with everyone, right? I'm part of everyone. What's the problem here? We'll have to get her at the bit we were performing. Ah, that reminds me, AskLeepy. What's up, Violet? It's come to my attention that this show will be ending quite soon. Yeah, it is. Oh, do cheer up, please. I don't intend to feel sorry for myself. Instead, I want to use the time we have left here to do something I've always longed to do. And what's that? What I want is to go on a date, the kind that normal people go on. The kind that I've only read about, having a picnic, watching a movie at the theater, long walks on the beach, even something crazy like a paint night. And then we can watch the sunset go down together, and it'd be so romantic. Her enthusiasm was adorable. She was practically bouncing around the room like a ping pong ball. I think we can make that happen. Can we now? Which one? Why not all of them? She's got the most beautiful smile. Damn. Really? You gotta be kidding me. You can count on me, Violet. I'll make it happen. Yay! She did a little cheer and dance. Gosh, I can't stop smiling looking at her. That's it, I have no idea what to do. Guess this'll be touch and go. It wouldn't be fair if you figured out everything. Let me handle the picnic. She pulled out a basket from behind her. Care to join me in the lovely outdoors? I wouldn't miss it for the world, Violet. We walked outside for a while, then settled in a lovely spot with a nice mix of shade and sunlight for a picnic. The way her silver hair caught the sunlight was enough to make you believe in angels. Ah yeah, what a smooth talker. Not gonna lie, the food looks pretty good. The way her silver hair caught the sunlight, it was enough to make you... Oh wait, sorry, she was so beautiful, man. Dig in, I brought plenty. Please don't hold yourself back. I've got to be the luckiest person alive. Save that talk for after you try this. I'm letting you have the first bite. Should I be worried? I smiled as she pouted. Just kidding. She laughed and smiled as she spoon-fed me a delicious egg roll. Called it. I'm the luckiest person alive, man. Not just because the food's delicious, but because you're here next to me, Violet. You made this week so special. I feel the same way, AskLeepy. And there's more where that came from. You're absolutely right. I've got something prepared for just the two of us next. You owe me one, AskLeepy. Wait, we enjoyed the delicious food and conversation over the rest of the afternoon. We walked back to the mansion hand in hand, smiling all the while. Next stop, the only movie theater on the island. I didn't know we had a room like this in the mansion. I'm not surprised. There's really territorial about this room from what I've seen and heard. But right now it's our very own private movie theater. I did a little jazz hands at the TV. Violet clapped as if I had just put on a performance of a lifetime. I made a dramatic bow and took a look at what movies we had in store. Let's see, we have rom-coms, fantasy, medieval movies, war movies, a few superhero movies, and last but not least, a horror movie. I'll put on a rom-com from what Violet was saying earlier. This would definitely be her favorite. I started the movie, then went back and sat next to Violet with my arm around her. The story was about a girl who moved to a place called New York to become a writer, falls in love with a boy she meets there, and eventually realizes her dream and her love. It wasn't anything special, but Violet was thoroughly entranced for the whole movie. Me, I was more entranced by her. After the credits rolled, Violet practically burst into tears. This was the best movie I've ever seen my whole life. Then how about we take a scene you like from the movie and turn it into a painting? Oh my gosh, you didn't... Just wait right here for a second. Okay. I had no idea where to find art supplies, but I knew if there was anyone who could, it was Kat. Kat, I think you know the sitch. You got some nerve putting this together at the last minute, but I like that about you. 4 set up everything they need for a paint night in the main hall of the mansion. Stat. Oh man, I just finished my shift. Even better, you've got free time for this. And so we started painting on canvases in the main hall. I think I'll paint a picture of Violet and I watching a movie together. This counts, right? What are you painting, Sleepy? I'm painting a picture of us watching the movie together. It's the most beautiful scene from the movie, you know? It'd be a shame not to capture it. You're quite the flirt, you know that? But I like that about you. Her smile could melt the coldest heart. Thank God Sleepy got a frozen tundra, you know? So which scene are you painting, Violet? I'm drawing the scene where the girl runs out in the rain to tell the boy that she loves him. It was just so romantic. She sighed like a love-struck teenager. I could tell she was putting her whole whole heart into a painting. She captured the scene perfectly. As for me, let's just say I was more focused on making the people have the right number of heads and was working from there. An hour or so later, we finished and compared our final artworks. She's an incredibly talented artist. Me, not so much. That was embarrassing, but man, it was worth it just to see her smile and break into laughter. Her laughter was interrupted by a gurgle from her stomach. Mother would punish me for sure if she heard me make that sound, but who cares now? Violet was unstoppable at this point. Is it time for dinner? I do believe it is. I volunteered to cook, but she wanted to go back to the restaurant that we went to on our first date, so we did. Apparently she was trying too hard to be prim and proper back then and didn't actually get to eat as much as she wanted. She ate up a storm, almost literally, almost. Oh, so wait, I did not. She ate up a storm, almost literally. Well, almost. There we go. We spent dinner wolfing down delicious food without a care in the world and laughing about scenes in the movie and our little artsy adventure. Well, that's cute. Then finally, we went for the long-awaited walk on the beach. We held hands as we walked along the ocean. The waves of the ocean seemed to play music for us as we skirted by. At times, we talked without end. At other times, we enjoyed each other's company and warmth in silence. Either way, we were as happy as can be. We talked about how the past, the present, and future were so different than before because of each other. You know, Sleepy, if you asked me to marry you right now, without a doubt, I'd accept. I know it sounds quite crazy to say that in such a short period of time, but I just know. She kissed me passionately with everything she had. We fell together into the soft sand of the beach. Would you marry me, Violet? I looked at her and saw the most beautiful smile from the most beautiful girl there was. I know the final ceremony is tomorrow, but I want you to know how I feel. A moment passed, it felt like my heart was trapped in my throat. Of course, I know what I said as Sleepy, and then I saw something I'd never seen before and would never see again. The sky outside rapidly turned from bright blue to black, as if it were water being drowned in the darkest ink. Alright. Oh, there we go, shadowy figures. I'm just skipping that because that's the same thing our boy said. I woke up on an operating table, the kind you'd see in a nightmare. My first instinct was to get up and get off it as fast as possible, but my neck. Oh yeah. Let's just speed this along, shall we? Ooh, what are you talking about? She placed some kind of helmet on my head. I tried to avoid it, but the brace around my neck made it impossible to maneuver. Please, cat, don't do this. See you soon, Sleepy. She pressed it. You've been right by me all this time. The dream. Tomorrow's the day, Sleepy. You nervous? Who wouldn't be? You got a point. She reached for my hand and held it tightly. You okay? You sure we should be doing this? I don't want you to be punished just because I want to get out of here. Hey, cat. We've always been a team, you and me. No matter what, we're in this together. Thanks, Sleepy. Shot betrayed. What did you do to her? I choked out every last word. I didn't do anything. You were too busy making heart eyes at Cat here to see where her true loyalties lied. I'm sorry, Sleepy, but it's true. I don't understand. Why did you tell him, dear? Damien is my father. I knew it. I knew you were planning something the moment you came to this island, but you didn't trust me enough to tell me what exactly it was. So I became close to you and told you just what you wanted to hear. And then you told me everything I needed to know. As soon as you told me your plan, there was no way you were ever going to escape from this island. Why are you saying this? Now that's my girl. You really are my daughter. Who did this guy bang to create such a duo? Why? I love that look on your face, Sleepy. You know, you've got an expression that would be perfect for my next show. And it just so happens we've got an opening just for you. It's no use. I've lost too much blood. The world turned dark. This is the end. Keep him alive. Sleepy, you might think I'm showing you mercy, but believe me, by the end of this, you're going to wish that I just let Cat kill you. Why? Why, Cat? Why would you? I barely have time to breathe before the waves pull me under once more. Where am I? I'm underwater? It's so dark and cold. I try to move, but I'm so tired. It takes all my strength to reach my hand out forward. Feels like glass. I'm trapped in some kind of tank. I want to sleep for just a... Is someone there? I can feel somebody's presence. I open my eyes and I can see. Hang on just a little longer, Sleepy. Who are you? The woman in front of me looked at me with pity. I hit the glass with what little strength I have. You're awake! I'm so glad, but you're gonna wish you were asleep for this next bit. Trust me, and sorry in advance. She moved towards some kind of terminal next to my tank and pressed a button. As if on cue, as if every nerve in my body was set on fire. I screamed and thrashed around, but it did nothing to alleviate the pain. Oh, will you look at that? Looks like our little hero's got some life left in him. You know what, Sleepy? You're in luck. Usually I'd just kill you for this, but a new opportunity's just opened up, and I think you'd be the perfect fit. I'm sorry, Sleepy, but it's true. I don't understand. Why did you tell him, dear? He means my Always the hero, aren't you, Sleepy? Oh my god, man. This is... the betrayal. How could you do this? You should be more worried about yourself. Look at that. She's smiling and blushing, man. She likes this. You got betrayed. You knew the rules, and so do I. If you try to escape the island, you die. It didn't have to be like this, but you... I'm done talking. Goodbye, Sleepy. Hold on just a little longer, Sleepy. She looked away from me as if she had heard something. What? I couldn't tell. Shit, they're almost here. We're running out of time. I'm sorry, Sleepy. I won't be able to give you back all your memories, but this will have to be enough. She pressed another button on the terminal. I've got to run back to my tank, or they'll know something's up. She pressed her hand against the glass. So I knew it. All of us here most likely have been trying to escape the island, and Damien and his daughter was like, time to make a sick show. Hold on just a little longer, okay? I'll get us out of here. The pain, it stopped. I feel like this whole show is a charade, man. I mean, I wouldn't watch this mystery show that keeps on ripping. It's like watching 6 seasons and it's slightly different. I get bored. The world turned dark. I've been here before. I'm a Sleepy. I'm on some kind of dating show, find love or die trying. Ali, she helped me. I've got to find her. I remember now. I tried to escape this island with her. She pretended to be my lover. She betrayed me and shot me too. She's the reason why I'm trapped here. It's only fragments I can remember, but I remember enough to know that she's bad news. We've done this song and dance over and over more times than I can count by now. I've been in love with and chosen Ali, Scarlett, Tara, Violet, and Yui, each of them countless times. Am I a bad person? Come to think of it, I can't remember what happened before the show started either. I need to find Ali, but first for the problem at hand. If I want to get out of here, I can't let Kat know that I remember what's happened before. Sorry, who are you? Was she by it? Walk with me, there's a lot to get you up to speed on. I don't remember. Yep, same beginning, same thing, man. And finally, Ali. You never gave up on getting us out of here, even after all this time. Howdy, Sleepy. I hear you're the suitor. Care to join me for a jog? There's a place in the forest I'd love to go for a run around with you. It'd be my pleasure. We went for a jog, exchanging banter like we'd always done when we met each other. The second we got to the unrecorded area of the forest, her smile faded. I'm glad you got the hint, Sleepy. You haven't given yourself away to anyone yet, right? No, I haven't. As far as Kat knows, I don't remember anything as usual. Sweet! I know it was right to help you first. Really? Thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. I've got to ask, how did you escape the tank in the first place? Honestly, I got lucky. Usually the tank knocks me out right away, but that last time I think something must have bugged out. I saw my chance and took it. Anything's better than being stuck here forever. I'm sorry I couldn't get all your memories back. Don't worry about it, Ali. All I could ask for is a fighting chance, and you gave that to me. Don't Don't mention it. I mean, duh, I'm hands down the MVP, homie. Anyway, it's about time I tell you the truth, Sleepy. I'm from the Resistance. You can think of us as a group of concerned citizens who have a few bones to pick with the world's current management. And those bones are their necks. Joking aside, we are fighting a war here. That war will be won with information that lives on this island and only here. There was no way that we could ever find this place, not by conventional means. But then we found out about the show. And so they sent you here. Actually, I volunteered. Believe me, the others didn't want me to, but I knew I had to. I was the one with the least to lose. Ali. It was pretty easy getting in, all things considered. All I had to do was write a report that labeled me as suspicious of conspiring against the government, take a few cute selfies, and boom, I was flown here. Didn't go too great since then though, but that was when I was a lone wolf. I've got you now. And we'll get out of it together. Sounds good to you? Sounds like a plan. I haven't even told you the plan yet, but since you're so excited, let's get right to it. There's two things we need to do. One, we need to bring the other girls' memories back. We won't be able to get their trust or work with them till we do, and we'll need their help for part 2. And what's that? 2, we need to get the fuck out of here. Sounds about right. Easier said than done though. It's going to take a hell of a lot of setup and coordination. There's a small army of armed and trained staff tasked with keeping us here, not to mention us needing a way off the island. I'll figure it out as we go, but for now, how about you go on a date with Scarlett today? I can do that, but how does that relate to us getting out of here? I'll tell you if I thought you could be a better actor. Believe me, you'll know why later. Anyway, let's head back to the mansion. We don't want Kat to start looking for us. Sounds good to me. You're really something, you know. That's putting it lightly. Sleepy, there you are. Sorry, I got carried away exploring the island. I've got to be careful around Kat. I know exactly what she's capable of firsthand. Is that so? Alright, I'm a little something special for day 6 and then the final ceremony where you propose to one of the girls. That sounds like the perfect amount of time to figure out if we're meant together. Alright, I'm just skipping this, man. I picked Scarlett. She's Scarlett. Hey, Scarlett, Sleepy. I'm glad you're safe. Things are going crazy out there. What's happening? I know it sounds crazy, but there's a horde of zombies outside. The Brothers 5 and a lot of our behind-the-scenes help went crazy, and Scarlett, you did this, didn't you? Wait, what? I've been here the whole time with the Sleepy. I couldn't have. I've never heard of anything like this. Wait, what? Actually, whatever, it doesn't matter. Either way, I bet you can create a cure for it, no? I mean, I probably could, but I need my equipment. I'm not sure why, but I can't find it anywhere. Follow me, you can use our lab. We followed Kat to the games room. Kat put her hand against the wall of their games room, revealing a hidden trap door. She walked in and beckoned for us to follow. We walked down spiraling stairs for who knows how long and lost track more than a few times. I remember this place, and this is where I end this video right here. It's a longer video, by the way, so I'm gonna end this video right here. I'll be seeing you in the next Find Love or Die Trying episode.